This girl, I met her in my DMs. We was talking for like a week or two almost. And I guess just one day she had wanted to link up. So she told me she was chilling with some friends at her house, and I was with my cousin and my friend at the time. So I was like, alright, that's fine. She was with two friends. I was with two people. I was like, alright, bet. So we're gonna pull up. By the time we get there, it's like a little dark now. It's like the evening. So it's a little dark. So we get to the crib. We park up. We start walking towards the front of the crib. It's just like, I don't know. It's giving me some weird vibes, but I don't know. It's night, middle of Jersey. It's just weird. So, and especially this house. I don't know. It was like no lights. Like there was no street lights on the block. First of all, and then there was no lights in the front of the house. There was no nothing. It was just like the door. It was like just dark, and then the door, and then the car, and the driveway. It was weird. I don't know. It was giving me like one of them scary movies type vibes. Like back in the day, those little deserted, isolated like houses, like one of those type of houses. It was a little scary at first. I was thinking about just going back in the car, going back home, but I had to do what we had to do. So we get there. She comes outside. Boom, she brings us inside. Get inside, looking around the house. It's cool little house, but it's still like weird. Like, I don't know what it is about the house. I guess the way it was set up, the paint. I don't know what it was, but it was a little weird to me. So we get in there, and the first thing I hear, someone calls her name, and it's her mom. I don't know why she lives with her mom. She's like 25. It's kind of weird to me, but ain't no problem with it. It was just like, okay, live with your mom. Could have told me at least. Yeah, she went to her mom's, whatever, came back to us, and then we went to like the little living room where she'd be chilling at. So we in there chilling, we vibing for a little bit. The girl, she starts like straightening up and tidying up the place a little bit. But I seen a picture. Like I had no clue. I was oblivious to this until this point. I seen a picture. It's her and her husband. Like it's literally a marriage picture. Like you know what I'm saying? Like one of those pictures. I'm like, damn, like that's crazy. Like this is how she's moving. She's married. She doesn't know I seen this picture. Man. She goes to the picture and puts it down, like face down. And I'm like, damn, like it's like that. So I go to the group chat immediately with my two friends I'm with. I hit them like, yo, bro, I know y'all seen that picture that she just put down before she put it down. Like, I know y'all seen what that picture consists of. And they both hit me back like, yeah, bro, like, that's crazy. So, me and them, we was on the same page already. We was on the same page, but I acted like I ain't see it. So, we all just chilling, chopping it up, and then at this point, the second friend comes in. So, now it's three girls. The second friend comes in, she's super energetic, super hyped. At first I'm like, okay, she's chilling, she's hype, she just has hype energy to her. I'm like, alright, so cool. We talking, we chopping it up, and she telling me I look familiar, and she's like trying to figure out where she knows me from. Like me, like I usually don't tell nobody until like they figure it out, or like even if they don't figure it out, I probably still won't even tell them. But like she's trying to figure it out, and she figured it out. And then after, us chopping it up about the show and, power and stuff like that, she's telling me stuff that she does, She's saying she's like an actor too. She's in a TV show. She's showing me like pictures on set, she's telling me storylines. She's telling me about all the characters. And I'm like, I never heard about this show before. So I'm like, it's new to me. I'm like, oh, word, I never heard of this show before. Like, I'm going to be in tune. Like, I'm gonna tune in. And she's like, no, you should already be in tune. Like, I'm going to be famous. I'm going to be doing that. Listen. I ain't signed up for this. I didn't know he was. I didn't know he was gonna be wilding out like this. But at this point, Shorty's bugging out. Shit is getting a little uncomfortable. It's getting a little weird. The vibe is, a little off. So I had to come up with a little plan, a little extraction plan. We had to get up out of there, So I hit the bros in the group chat once again. Yo, gang, we gotta get the hell up out of here. We have to go. Told him, look. Right now, tell him, I forgot what I told him that we had to do, but it sounded very important. Listen, when you gotta go, you gotta go. So you gotta let them know that you gotta do something really important. They can't be stopping the grind, so they gotta make sure that they understand that you really have to go and get your things done. So I told him I forgot what it was. It's a business obligation. I gotta get up out of here. It was good seeing y'all, but I had to get up out of there. The energy was, I don't know, I needed to burn some sage in the whip after that. go in the car, burn some sage. That was crazy. But yeah, always make sure you got the extraction plan ready to go on deck, because it's going to come in clutch. Because sometimes you just got to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? It was a crazy situation. You know, she hit me up a few times. And honestly, I had to ghost her, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't, like, what else I'm going to say? Your friends is weird. You're married already. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's a lot going on. I don't know where she's going. I don't know what her end goal with this is. So, I don't know. There's no point in me talking to her. But the lesson I learned from this, listen, you can't just be linking. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know, you meet a lot of people through Instagram. You know, it's kind of like the new way of the world now anyway. But you still gotta know who you meet sometimes. You gotta really know who you meet. Because that one right there, I don't know, man. I mean, to tell you one thing, it's not gonna happen again, because that was a crazy situation. I ain't never been yelled at like that for not knowing about a TV show. And then I ain't never seen a lady like just have a marriage and just be so nonchalant about hiding it like that. Like, she just was walking up like this, like it was like natural to her. Like, she was just cleaning up. She see the pictures, just like it was just all smooth in motion. I'm like, damn. But shit, shout out to her and her marriage. I mean, I hope, you know, it's still going strong. You know, I don't know what the stage, like, you know, what they was going through at that time. Hopefully, it wasn't nothing too serious. But shout out to them and their marriage. God bless.
So when I go out to eat with a guy, I like to test him a little bit. So with a nice little bottle of Dom Perignon, extra bubbly, and he ordered water. I was like, what you about to eat? You're not gonna eat nothing? Like, you're not hungry? Like, nah, I'm not hungry. I ate something before I came here. First of all, when somebody ordered tap water, I automatically know there's something going on. How we gonna take it to the, like, you know, how we gonna be able to think? Because I just don't know. Like, you know, it just wasn't it.